Welcome in, Taurus. Welcome to Betwixt the Between Tarot. Today we're talking about July 6th through the 12th, and I'm just shocked that it's already, moving towards the middle of the month of July. It's just insane. Every time I do these dated ones, it blows my mind. Thanks for being here today and spending some time with me. As you know, this is not a one-on-one reading. If it were, more things would connect, but it's a general reading, so it may be hit or miss. But take what resonates with you and run with it because it is all for you. And it is for you if it connects. All right, let's take a look. King of Wands. King of Wands is usually pretty fiery and pretty passionate, but this guy doesn't quite look fiery or passionate, does he? This King of Wands, so he's a leader and he's pretty strategic. He's a visionary. He's a thinker. So I would imagine he's sitting there thinking about what he wants his world to look like. He inspires other people and he can be incredibly passionate about what he does and how he does things. Let's go back and talk about what's been happening in the past. The recent past, I would say within just a couple of weeks, moments where you felt like you finally know who you are and what you want, and being courageous and having to set that determination that you have and set it on a different level. I need to level up and be a little bit more determined, to have a little bit more courage and push through. Just know myself really well, and instead of reacting to something, I'm going to respond. It was a time where you were feeling a little low, but pushing forward through that and knowing those characteristics within you do exist. The Ace of Swords, setting a plan in motion. Something was going through your mind back here with the Strength card, telling you you needed to be strong and courageous to make something wonderful happen, to set a thought, an idea into motion, to make the phone call, to make to write the words down, to set the idea into motion, just getting it moving, but communicating your thoughts and your ideas to somebody else. That energy, again, you have been thinking about it, that King of Wands, thinking about what you might want and where you want to go with it, and knowing it's a heck of a lot of work. You've been carrying all of these ideas, responsibilities, and burdens on your back for quite a while, feeling overwhelmed, perhaps even a little, I don't want to say attacked, but everybody wants something from you. Each one of those wands represents a responsibility or a person that needs something from your day when you are at work, or when you are at home and you're tired from a long day and you come in, but you still have dinner to make, or you have the car to put gas in, or you have to stop and pick up groceries, or the lawn has to be mowed. It's all the responsibilities of the daily life that we have that wear us down and are quite burdensome. Remembering to focus, try not to focus on just one of them, but remember that there is another world that exists outside of our immediate circle. Here you are with another ace, this one the Ace of Pentacles. That idea that you have planning, that the work that you have been doing, it's grounding you. Something is taking root. You might even be offered a new job coming up soon if this is a future position. So you might be overtired from the job that you have now, and a new one could be coming in. So that could be an interesting thing. It's also too about something that, an idea that you have on your own that could be taking root and starting to grow a little bit, and you're starting to see some results and think, maybe I need to focus more energy on that than other things. On all of these other things, maybe I just need to focus more on that one that I'm seeing it grow. But this is also a card of being very grounded and realistic with your ideas. You have to remember too that the Ace of Pentacles, or any of the aces, are about potential. If this card was offering you a new job, you do have to apply for it first. So there are steps that have to be taken for that, for those aces to come in and be as fruitful as they could possibly be. They are just cards of potential. The Seven of Swords in your past, a lot of arguing and a lot of backbiting and stealing and just some thieving, all of those negative things that other people may do, the backstabbing, the lying, all of those problems that can be brought into a workplace or a friend circle or a family. There may have even been a robbery of some sort. I'd hate to think that, so I don't want to throw that out there, but something might have gone missing and not knowing where it went. That could also be, since it's connected to your strength card, it could also be you realizing, holding back and not going after people and threatening them. Oh, you took this, you took that, or whatever. But having that self-control to wait and see how it plays out, see how the idea goes. But it looks like it was just kind of a little thing, because you do end up with this Ten of Cups. So it was an awkward time and a time that wasn't the best for you. You didn't feel really good about yourself. But through that fire that you walked with that uncomfortable situation and that Seven of Swords, you did come into the Ten of Cups, which is happiness, complete, utter happiness after a hardship. So this time being hard, you might be walking through it or just come out of it and finally starting to feel a little joy and a little happiness in your own world and feeling more like yourself again. Isn't that what it's all about? Coming to that point where we just feel comfortable within our own skin, where other people aren't on the outside edges poking at us. The Queen of Swords, love her. This energy is all about being honest and a clear communicator. So stepping up and saying, this isn't what I'm looking for, it's not what I want. Kind of sharp meaning smart, intellectual, but can also be kind of detached and a little logical, but she'll be fair. So if that is your energy, that's a good energy to have. And or it could be the energy of someone who is in your circle, someone who will tell you that your shoes are ugly. I had a mother-in-law like that once, who, no matter how I had my hair cut, your hair is too short. Oh, your hair is too long. It was just never right. But she was the Queen of Swords. So if you have a Queen of Swords in your world, you'll know it. And also too, if it's you, it's not a bad thing, as long as you do use some discretion with what you're saying and discern your remarks, edit your remarks before they come out of your mouth, and you'll be fine. End of cycle, though, the World, right there, the end of the cycle. Look at it, look at it, look at it. It's over. Something fabulous has come to an end. It's a successful completion. It's an accomplishment. It's travel. So whatever is going on down here with this hard work and this Ten of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles saying something is taking root, and then coming into it with the World, is the end of something is happening, and it was successful and fabulous, and now something new is starting. So that's coming up. It's in the future, so it could be in the next couple of weeks. All right, Five of Cups, that Seven of Swords, and that lying, cheating, stealing, thieving, really bad character card, backstabbing, gossiper. Could that guy brought about some grief. He did steal some comfort, or she, that, we'll just say that energy took away something that made you comfortable and made you happy, and left you there grieving a loss. Guaranteed it's a loss. You are grieving. It's not a joke. It did hurt your feelings and your emotions, and it's been hard putting that down and looking around and seeing there are still beautiful and wonderful things in your life. That hit from this Seven of Swords was an emotional one, and it hit pretty hard, and you are grieving it as you should. Nobody has a timeline on grief, and nobody tells you how long. Nobody should be able to control how you feel. And so take that time to grieve it, but keep in mind there are things around you that are still beautiful and wonderful and not ruined. So I hope that whatever this was, you can put that grieving aside and see the good that still exists in your life. The Empress. I love the face on this card. She's so dang cute. The Empress is about creation, abundance, developing new skills, moving out into your own creativity and fertility. Fertility meaning not necessarily children or babies, but creativity and fertility in building ideas and becoming fertile and fruitful in what you are doing in your life and making things grow and doing well at all that you try and all that you do. The Seven of Wands, you do have to stand up. I love that this is connected to our Queen of Swords down here, right here, where we were talking about how she will tell you exactly what she thinks. But look, this is saying this with this Seven of Wands that you need to use your voice. Stand up and use that voice. Don't hold back. You need to say what you want and how you and emote how you feel so that people will know how to treat you and how you are not going to be taken advantage of, and that you do have boundaries that are solid and firm. All right. Page of Wands. I like this guy a lot too because he knows this person is an enthusiastic student, very curious. This could be the lifetime student. I could go to school. I could be a college student for the rest of my life. I love that curiosity and the learning, being full of ideas and the history of everything and how things have worked in the past and how they could work in the future. You may be feeling that same sort of excitement, and with that Empress, you could be going back to school perhaps to learn more skills about the idea that you have, the plan that you have, the goals that you'd like to set for yourself. The Ace of Wands, I love it. You have the Ace of Swords, the Ace of Pentacles, and now you have the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands is telling you, do that thing. With that Page of Wands coming through and saying it's time to study, maybe look into it a little bit more. The Ace of Wands is saying you've got the idea, the action is there, it's ready. Now it's time to do the thing. So act upon that thing that you want to build, because all of the cards are lining up for it to be a successful time for you. All right, the outcome card. Three of Swords, heartbreak and loss, but I don't necessarily see it that way with this particular reading. We are going to clarify this because, you know, I can't leave you with something that looks so horrible as that Three of Swords. But I think it's going to be more of feeling that loss from back here with this cup, with this Five of Cups and the grieving that you're doing, and how it just feels overwhelming and just dribbles down into your whole life. Let's take a look at it, clarify. Spirit, will you please clarify the Three of Swords for our Taurus? And that is it. Ace of Swords is what you're getting for this one. Is just set the plan into motion. I feel like I'm right when I say that this is the card of grieving that loss that you had with that Seven of Swords and that conflict that was going on down here. I think with this one and the hurtful things that were said in this Five of Cups where you felt that loss, I think there might have been an ending of some sort of parting of ways, and it might have even been a business connection. It could have been a business partner or someone you were going into business with or someone you were consulting with. But that Three of Swords being the Ace of Swords, saying it's time to just set that plan into motion. We're going to go again. Spirit, for the Three of Swords and Ace of Swords, please. And coming up at the Hangman. Take a look at everything before you take any further steps with whatever plan this is for you. Look at every perspective. There might be a detail in a contract. Say you're moving, you're signing a new lease or a new car or a new home. Take a look and make sure that all of the details are right in that, because sometimes that can be something that could lead to heartbreak. So taking that time to look at it from every angle before moving forward could be a good thing for you, Taurus. I hope that helps a lot if you're going into that sort of a situation. All right, let's take a look and see what the oracle cards have for you today. And let's see, where are we going? Here we are. That is let it flow. Bamboo bends but never breaks. So let those feelings go. It's not going to break you. You are stronger than that. You are a strong person. You will make it. You will get through. Explore new options. The forest is vast. Every tree holds a secret. So take a look, just like with this Hangman card, it's taking a look at everything that's around you and making decisions based on the things that you learned from that. All right, Taurus, thank you so much for being here with me today. I am so grateful to have you spend a little time with me. It's always good to know there are friends out there, right? Well, if anything resonated, I would be tickled if you would hit that subscribe button and hang on, and we'll see. Oh, we're here every week. I'm here every week. I say we, I'm talking about the cats. They're somewhere around here. But anyway, we're here every week, and we will be back again next week. So thank you for being here, and we'll talk again soon.